Welcome to Jagee's cookbook. This time I'm going to show you drop cookies. Now very simple. Now, the thing is that when it comes to baking, most of the people are intimidated by the term baking, and when they look at the oven they think it's some kind of monster, which you don't have to feel that way. You have to get used to dealing with the oven and getting friends, getting to know your oven, getting acquainted with the oven, and you'll be totally at ease. Now, cakes, some people I've heard that cakes are, they find it very easy to make cakes, or they don't mind making cakes. But when it comes to cookies, people shy away, mainly because there are many types of cookies. Now, there are most of the type of cookies you mix up, okay, and make it into a dough. You mix up all the ingredients and you make it into a dough. You chill it for 30 minutes or 15 minutes at least, and then you roll it and make shapes, which obviously requires patience, persistence, and also it requires a little bit of hard work and also time. Now, these cookies are different. It does not involve any chilling, does not involve any rolling or shape cutting or anything. Very easy. As the name suggests, it's dropped onto, okay, it's called drop cookies. It's just dropped on to the baking sheet. Okay, now I've got my baking sheet here, where I'm going to preheat my oven 180. Okay, I'm going to preheat 180 for around 10 minutes. By that time, okay, I am going to actually make the cookie, the dough of the cookie. I've kept a measuring a balance or scale here, and I'm going to measure out all the ingredients, and I'll tell you exactly what all is needed. Butter, unsalted butter. We'll need around 85 grams of butter. Okay, so I'm just going to weigh this. You come along. Let's see, this is like 100 grams of butter. I just need 85 grams of butter. So let me first get out okay, 85 grams of butter. Okay, into this we need around 85 grams of sugar. Okay, now if you want it even more sweeter, you can go for 100 grams, but 85 is enough. So 85 grams of butter and 85 grams of sugar. In that goes. What we need to do here is we need to mix properly. Okay, so just mix well with this so that everything gets mixed along. And then what we do is with a wooden spoon, okay, I'm going to just mix. I don't feel in the mood of using a machine. You can use it with electric beater, but I don't feel like doing that. I don't want the sound. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use my wooden spoon and mix this along really well. In fact, this is how my teachers taught me when I was at baking school. My teachers taught me to do it with the hand. They never gave us the electric mixer. They told us, or small children were actually told to take this in their hand and mix it along like this till it's light and fluffy. We were not supposed to use an electric mixer or anything electric. So do this. Besides, it's really good workout for your arms. Keep on mixing it really well till it's light and fluffy. Now, while I do that, I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. Okay, now this is a vanilla bean. Okay, you must have seen this. You get this in the shops. All you need is a very, very, very little amount. If you don't have this, you can actually add half a teaspoon to quarter teaspoon of vanilla essence. Okay, I'm just going to add this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. Now, what you do is you cut this, okay, and cut it in the middle, and you can see there's a scrape your knife along like so. See this? This is where the actual vanilla smell and extract is, or this is the vanilla extract. This is where all the flavor is, these beautiful seeds. Now this is all which is enough. Do not put more, because if you put more, it will actually be bitter. Very little for this amount. Okay? It smells nice, just like vanilla. Now, what you do, don't throw this away. Just put it in your sugar jar, or any jar, your sugar jar, and you'll end up with vanilla sugar. So don't throw this away, okay? Now, these small specks, or beautiful, you can see it on my fingers, small beads of vanilla, okay? That is supposed to be mixed along with the butter and the sugar, okay? Let me just get this off, okay? And this is going to be flecked with lovely vanilla extract. Keep on mixing till it's light and fluffy. Make your children do it. It's a very nice thing, or it's a very nice thing to include kids while you cook or bake, especially cookies. I mean, kids love cookies. They love doing things in the kitchen. So make them do this kind of work, and they'll enjoy it. Keep on mixing. Instead of granulated sugar, you can add caster sugar. Let me just see what's going on here. Okay, this is done. Now, if you notice carefully, you can actually see the flecks of vanilla seeds. It's tiny, tiny spots of vanilla seeds or vanilla extract. That's where the flavor is, and it's so beautiful to look at. Keep on mixing. Now, this is light and fluffy, which is supposed to be lovely, light and fluffy. Add 1 egg, okay, to this particular measurement. That is 85 grams of salted butter and 85 grams of sugar. We need 1 medium egg. You don't have to beat it and then put it in, just directly do it. It's a very easy cookie recipe, so you don't have to be very, very precise in these things. So now you can notice the color, the change of the hue. That is, when the egg was added, it's become more of a yellowish tinge. Before that, it was more of a creamish ivory shade. Keep on mixing and mixing and mixing. It's a very good arm workout. Finally, what we do is we add the flour. Okay, the flour is actually to get the substance, or to get the stability of the dough. Okay, so around 125 to 130, it varies. Okay, so around let me just weigh it out here. 100. Let's just take 150. Okay. No baking powder, no baking soda, no leavening agents is required because this is going to be a crisp drop cookie. All you do, tip it into that and mix again to form a nice dough. For this recipe, all you need is a bowl and a spoon, nothing else. Very simple. Now you have to make this into a drop consistency. That's why it's called a drop cookie. Now, into this, your cookie mixture is ready. Now into this, you can add raisins, sultanas, cherries, glacé cherries, which are cut into small pieces, nuts, anything you want, okay? For this measurement, well, I put around 1/4 cup of whatever you want to put. Here, I'm going to use chocolate chips, okay? Lovely chocolate chips here, dark chocolate chips. I'm just going to put around 1/4 cup of chocolate chips into the cookie mixture and mix it along. And your cookie mixture is ready. If at all you find that it's a bit too stiff, you can add milk. If you add more, if you tend to add more flour, it becomes more stiff. So just to make it a bit more pourable or droppable, you can add milk if you want. But mine is perfect right now, so it doesn't need the milk. Okay, this is ready. Now what we need to do is the technical part. That is, let me just keep this out of the way. Oh, by the way, you can add salt if you want to. Not necessary, but just add to a little. Just a bit, a pinch of salt, not too much. And obviously, if you're adding salted butter, you wouldn't need that. Just mix it well. Now, I choose to add a bit more milk, just a bit of milk, to make it a dropping consistency. Okay, now that's done. Let me just take the oven tray out, okay, which has been preheating. You should, well, it's not necessary that you have to preheat the oven, preheat the tray, but this was in the oven while it was preheating. So, a bit hot. Just keep it to 10 to 15 minutes now. This will need, it varies according to the oven. This will need around 12 to 15 minutes till it's golden, and it also depends upon the size of your cookies. So it depends upon your oven, it depends upon the size of your cookies, and also, well, how far apart you've spaced it. Now, let me just see, I'm going to take a tablespoon and drop. With a fork, okay, carefully just spread this till you get a cookie shape. Now, while it's baking, it's going to spread a little more. Try to space it, because it's going, like I said, while it bakes, it will spread, even though it does not contain any rising agents. Now this is all arranged. All you have to do now, this is optional. If you have, that's why I kept some chocolate chips back. If you have some, just sprinkle it on top. Again, not very necessary, but it adds to the beauty. Once you make these cookies, You'll never buy the cookies you get at the store, because this is different, much more tastier. And the thing is that it does not contain any artificial ingredients or any artificial additives like flavorings or preservatives or anything. And also, it contains pure butter. Butter is always much more healthier than margarine or any sort of vegetable shortening or any sort of things which they usually, emulsifiers, which they usually add at the bakeries or in biscuits which you get in the store. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's put these darlings into the oven so that it bakes. The big darlings bake 10 to 15 minutes and they'll be golden and crispy. Wait till then. It's been now 20 to 25 minutes and my cookies are done because of the gorgeous smell that's filling the kitchen. Now, it does vary according to the oven. Like, different ovens have different characters. My oven is a big oven, so probably it would need more. You would probably, or if you have small ovens, home-size ovens, it would be probably 10 to 15 minutes, but it has to be golden brown. So go according to that, go according to your eye, and then you'll know. And also go according to your nose, because the smell is awesome, totally awesome. Now let's see how it's done. Yes, they're done. Perfect. Now, what I have to do is I have to wait for 10 minutes for this to cool down. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very hot. Now, for that, I'll just keep it on a cooling rack. Let me take my cookies one by one. Onto this. It has to cool. Unless it cools. Now while it cools, it's still keeping on, the heat is still keeping on baking the cookie. Now this has to cool for around 10 minutes. When it's cool, it becomes crisp. Okay? Once it's crisp, you can serve it. Keep it in an airtight container so that it will remain crisp. Otherwise, it will become soggy. You can eat it with, actually children love it. So you can actually eat it with, or give it to them. When they come from school, you can give it to them with a glass of milk. For adults, obviously tea or coffee, whatever you prefer. Tea time snack, awesome. And also, if you keep, there are some cookies left. You can keep it in an airtight cookie jar and it will be wonderful for breakfast time also, especially for children. So these are very simple, okay? I know you'll enjoy it. So go along, get all the ingredients out, mix everything up, put it in the oven, and you are going to really have a lovely treat.